Good morning and hello everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Commencement Ceremony honoring the class of 2021 from the Department of Bioengineering. I am Shalini Prasad, Department Head of Bioengineering, and it is my honor to host this event where we celebrate the achievements of our 2021 graduates from the bachelor's, master's, and the doctoral program. And it is my honor to introduce to you the Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science, Dean Stephanie Adams. Dr. Adams is the fifth Dean of the Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science. She's the leader in the advancement and inclusion of all in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education. She has had the privilege of serving on the board of directors for a number of STEM organizations, including the American Society of Engineering Education, the National Society of Black Engineers, Women in Engineering Proactive Network, and the National GEM Consortium. She's also worked with the National Academy of Engineering, the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, the Institute of Industrial Engineers, the Quality Education of Minorities Network, and the Council of Graduate Schools to build supportive educational coalitions and partnerships in advancing the engineering profession and educational community. Dean Adams.
Thank you, Shalini. What a delight to be here. And if you pay your department heads well enough, they'll say very nice things about you. So thanks for that warm introduction, Shalini. But it's not about me, it's about our graduates today. And what a momentous occasion. And I'm just so heartbroken for many of you that we weren't able to do this in person, but we understand with every day we're returning more and more to normal. So we do plan to have a commencement this summer, and hopefully many of you will be able to come back in person and participate. But this is just the beginning of an incredible journey that I hope each and every one of you are going to take throughout the remainder of your life. And with a degree in bioengineering from UT Dallas, whether it's an undergrad, master's, or PhD, you are well poised to become a future leader in STEM and in management. And one of the things that I remember as an instructor when I taught, I read a statistic once, within 5 years of graduation, most engineers are in management positions. And so I think whether you're a PhD grad, a master's grad, or undergraduate grad, that's what your future holds. If you're a PhD grad, you're going to be running a lab somewhere one day. You're going to be directing, research that's going to change the way that each of us lives, and is going to add many years to our lifespan. If you're a master's or undergrad student, you're going to be perhaps joining a company or an organization where you're going to be able to contribute and rise up through the ranks. And for a small number of you, you might become an entrepreneur and start your own company. And that's what the beauty of an engineering degree is, that it gives us so many options. Some of you may go to law school, some may go to med school. Some may go to graduate school in engineering, but with an engineering degree, the world is your oyster. You can go off and do any number of things. And so I'm just delighted to be able to greet you. And this class is really special because you're the class that sort of marks our 10 years. We've been, Dr. Prasad and the department have been all year celebrating 10 years. And so this is the 10-year class. And so that's just another huge accomplishment for the faculty and staff at UT Dallas. And I'm delighted to be a part of that. So Shalini, thank you for the opportunity to come and say a few words to our graduates and their family. To my faculty colleagues, thank you for shepherding these students, some from day one as freshmen, and some from day one as a master's student, and some from day one as a PhD. But it's all of us working collaboratively that have got us to today. And we just want to send our students off with the most heartfelt congratulations we can find. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dean Adams, for those wonderful words of welcome. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Juan Gonzalez. Dr. Juan Gonzalez leads the Office of Graduate Education and is the Dean of the Graduate School. Dr. Gonzalez has been instrumental in recruiting international graduate students. Under his leadership, UT Dallas has initiated and expanded various international agreements, including a partnership with CONACYT in Mexico and more recently with CONICET from Chile. He recently chaired the International Enrollment Task Force established by Provost Musselman, which studied UT Dallas international graduate recruitment efforts and strategies. In addition, for the past 13 years, Dr. Gonzalez has served as a campus director of the Louis Stokes Alliance of Minority Student Participation, which is tasked with increasing the diversity of students successfully completing STEM baccalaureates and encouraging more underrepresented students to consider graduate study programs. Dean Gonzalez.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. It's a great honor to welcome all of you to this very special virtual ceremony. Like Dr. Adams said, we hope to see you on campus very, very soon again. First and foremost, I want to congratulate all of you on your bioengineering degree. It is really a remarkable achievement. Again, as Dr. Adams says, this is the beginning, just the beginning of a very bright future for all of you. Many of you are going to continue your academic careers by pursuing graduate degrees. And as graduate dean, I hope that you will consider UT Dallas for that future path. Others are going to join the workforce, but all of you are going to represent UT Dallas with distinction. As UT Dallas, I encourage you to stay connected with your mentors, your teachers, and your department. Continue sharing your talents and accomplishments and work with us to mentor the next generation of students. It has been really our privilege to work with you, and you have become part of us in the UT Dallas community. Finally, I also want to recognize your family and friends. Your accomplishments today are truly a joint effort, and you could have not succeeded without their encouragement and sacrifices in supporting your success. So congratulations to all of you on this great day. And I know now welcome back, Dr. Prasad.
Thank you very much, Dean Gonzalez. And today it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome all of you to this wonderful virtual event. As our previous speakers have stated, we would love to meet you in person, give out the hugs, and share the celebration that is the graduation, which culminates years of hard work in all our graduates. So as the department celebrates its milestone 10th year anniversary and has achieved its highest ranking to date in US News and World Reports, which is number 33 in public schools around the country, our spring graduates basically demonstrate the resilience of the department. They tell you the idea about working hard and finding strength and reserve to be able to meet these very, very momentous challenges that they've had to face. And they've navigated this challenge with great elan in terms of virtual learning, job searches, and career building activities. So today, we are here to celebrate all of them and their achievements. And thank you, family and friends who have joined in to celebrate this with the graduates. With that, let me introduce you to the very first student speaker for today. And this is our undergraduate speaker representing our undergraduates. That's the bachelor's degree recipients for today. And that's Mr. Jacob Akwal. Jacob Akwal is the MD PharmD candidate in Texas Tech Health Sciences Center. He joined the University of Texas at Dallas in 2017 as a biochemistry major before switching to bioengineering after realizing the impact bioengineering can have on human lives. He's dedicated countless hours to the labs of Drs. David Schmidtke, Dr. Matt Petrol, and Dr. Karanjeet Kuner in the departments of ophthalmology and bioengineering at the University of Texas, Dallas and UT Southwestern Medical School, where he worked on studying corneal wound healing after corrective eye surgery, as well as patented several surgical devices to treat glaucoma. He's one of the co-founders of Glaucomedi, which recently won the Big Idea competition, and hopefully they're here to do fabulous things in the future with their glaucoma treatment device. An extensive contributor and a role model to our campus, he served in officer positions of over 5 on-campus organizations, worked in 4 startups, and has mentored several freshmen in the freshman mentorship program, in addition to winning multiple research awards during his time here at UT Dallas. He's also established many institutional joint collaborations with Stanford and Cornell University, with pharmacology revving as his engine and bioengineering serving as his drivetrain. Let's see where the road takes him next. Jacob, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. I'm pleased to be invited to speak to you all today on our special day for graduates, our parents, our relieved staff and faculty. They might not need to see our faces anymore on campus in the modular labs at ECS. maybe you won't see us anymore at SLC or BSB. But as we sit here at our very own commencement for bioengineering, we must remember that to commence is to begin. So I want to begin by delving deep into my past. And I want to share with you guys that when I was 3, my mother left, and my two older brothers, aged 4 and 5 at the time. And my father has been single now for almost 20 years. He raised my brothers and I almost single-handedly. And I remember when I was in preschool at the time, my mother would drop me off and pick me up at the school bus. And she would stand there as I found my way to my seat, and always make sure to blow me a kiss as I sat down. But she would always question me as well if I didn't blow one back to her. And I remember I used to keep that kiss in my jeans pocket. On one day, though, something unusual happened. As usual, my mother dropped me off at the bus stop, but my father was there to pick me up. And so, yes, I was confused at the time. I was like, "Where's mom?" And as I said, it is still weird for me to say the word mom because I've never said it. But anyways, that marked a moment in time when my father had a duty to raise his 3 boys, maintain financial support, and stay mentally strong all at the same time. And you never know what the person you're speaking to might be going through. But I wish my mother was here today to see her son graduate. And I wish my father was here today to see his son follow his steps as an engineer. And I want to let my dad know that I'm crafting my own path. As of now, I'm proud to say that I have filed many patents. I've launched several startups, and I've won several research awards. And I'm on my way to complete medical training at Texas Tech. And my father's tenacity, his drive, his hunger to provide for his boys is the same drive that I want to carry with me in my career. I want to forge positive outcomes in my field and embrace the wisdom that he left behind with my brothers and I. Yes, that's the same father that ridiculously dances in the kitchen as he chows down on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. He would dance to a bite of peanut butter and jelly, dance to the tune of something as simple as microwave, as the microwave going off, that you think he was, going to develop hip dysplasia at that very moment. But one thing's for certain, my father taught me, it's how to dance, if that's anything. And it doesn't matter if I'm offbeat. It doesn't matter if I'm snapping to the rhythm. It doesn't matter if I'm looking like a complete fool. It's our dance. It's my dance. It's mine. And dance I will. And if you try to stop me, it won't look pretty for you. My father also taught me humility. No matter how much you can accomplish, you just need to, thank God. And he knew his place in life. He was, and in the words of Rick's son, make sure your servant's towel or the life. And our very own Dr. Prasad is a wonderful example of this. Lastly, I want to mention that in several months, I'm launching a book with Georgetown Business School. It's called The Universality Mindset. And in that book, I discuss the importance of diversifying your experiences. And that would really allow you to find what you're super passionate about. If you don't try it, you'll never know. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I want you all to find your own dance, and not like Gangnam Style or salsa, your own dance. Thank you, Dr. Prasad. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Jacob, for that moving speech and sharing with us your life experiences and what has brought you to this particular moment in time. You're an example of resilience and what we all hope to achieve as we work through our life's journey in our respective professional careers. I wish you all the very best and all the graduates of the class of 2021. So to first present the bachelor's graduates from the Department of Bioengineering for the class of 2021, I'm welcoming all our faculty. The following faculty will be the ones making the presentation. They are Dr. Tariq Ali, Dr. Fang Bian, Dr. Sude Kubroy, Dr. Clark Mayer, Dr. Todd Polk, Dr. Ben Porter. To kick us off, Dr. Ali.
Hi. Congratulations to all the recipients of the Bachelor of Science degree. Here are the first set of names: Obada Al-Baghdadi, Betsiri Araya, Daniel Awad, Jacob Akwal, person we just heard from, Chetan Biradar, Kaylee Black, Jessica Brattain, Lan Bui, Tracy Bui, Kamal Chandani, Alvin Chu, Divya Chidambaram. I've had the pleasure of having you in my classes, and I have seen how hard you have worked, how patient you have been, and how eager you have been to learn. This is a degree well earned and worth celebrating. So congratulations again, and good luck with your future journey.
So to present the next set of graduates, David Cho, Rigoberto Cisneros, Connor Conaster, Daniel De Anda, Jeremiah De Luna, Shruti Dubagunta, Laura Edis, Craigan Eastman, Kirubel Fanta, Anumata Fatima, Jordan Galagos, Lance Gopilan. Congratulations to all of you for all your achievements. Dr. Kubroy.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations. So here is a set of other graduates. Devian Gullikson, Blake Heckert, Emma Henderson, Eric Hernandez, Emily Hoffman, Lizzie Ibarra, Suaksha Iyengar, Chance Kaneshira, Arti Kapoor, Omar Khan, Casey Koger, Kiran Gudumula. So I was pleased to see most of you in my classes, and I congratulate you.
Next up, Dr. Meyer.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to congratulate the next dozen graduates: Leslie Kyriakos, Shankar Lal, Bach Lee, Casey Lee, Jafina Maria, Anastasia Mayansari, Dar Merlat, Mariam Mohammed, Isaiah Moorhead, Hadi Musa, Diego Narvez, and John Wen.
It is my pleasure to congratulate Kai Nguyen, Trin Nguyen, Ethan Nichols, Emily Pan, Lindy Patterson, Don Pham, Megan Aponakala, Keldon Pruitt, Nicholas Redden, Gabriel Ray, Rodrigo Rocha Uribe, and Alyssa Rosen. I, for one, will definitely miss seeing around ML1.
And finally, Dr. Todd Falk.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. Congratulations to all of our graduates today at the bachelor's, master's, and PhD level. I'm the, I guess, one lucky faculty person that gets to see every one of our graduating seniors as you come through senior design. So, as I like to say, you can't get out of here without seeing me. And so I thought you ought to see what graduation regalia looks like today. So I went ahead and put it on. Those of you that are getting your PhDs realize how expensive this is. So let me proceed with the list of our final group of graduates in the undergraduate program. Amit Sahu, Trevor Schmeling, Muhammad Akil Sharif, Saigwatam Siravella, Christian Soder, Amulya Srivatsa, Mansoor Syed, Tal Xiao, Nathaniel Chajono, Brian Torres, Min Fong Tran, Ashutosh Tripathi, Abbas Zaki, and Lisbeth Zamora. Congratulations to all of you. We look forward to your future success and hearing about it.
Thank you for presenting the bachelor's class of 2021. Thank you, faculty, and congratulations, students. Now we'll move on to the graduate student address, and to lead us with that, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Dr. Catherine Brown. Catherine Brown received her bachelor's in electrical engineering from Stanford University and master's in electrical engineering from the University of Washington, Seattle, and an MBA from the Southern Methodist University. She spent nearly 30 years in corporate America in engineering and management roles, including Boeing, Siemens Ultrasound, and 19 years at Texas Instruments. She's just completed her PhD in bioengineering at the University of Texas at Dallas under the instruction of Dr. Kenneth Hoyt. Her dissertation is entitled Super Resolution Ultrasound Imaging of Microvascular Networks. And we are very pleased to announce that Dr. Brown will be joining us as instructional faculty starting academic year 21. So with that, Dr. Brown, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad, and good morning. It's an honor and a pleasure to speak to all of you today, and I'm going to focus my comments on the topic of resilience. Congratulations first to all BMIN graduates and to their families and friends who supported them during this endeavor. With your graduation today, you demonstrate that you have persevered in trying times. Over these many months that have made the world more depressed and anxious, you stayed the course, carried on, hammered away, and in the case of PhD and master's candidates, you wrote and wrote and wrote some more. And yet here you are, having demonstrated quite some resilience. So congratulations to you on that as well. Research shows, and this audience believes in research, that innate human resilience will help us recover faster than many would otherwise believe. And it's good news indeed that most of us will not develop clinical depression or PTSD from our pandemic experiences. In fact, we are likely to have healthy and productive lives. I join you in being grateful to the faculty and staff at UTD who kept us healthy, safe, and on track for graduation. Resilience is understood to be a skill that can be learned and improved. Even without a pandemic, pursuing a PhD and finishing a dissertation are part of a course on resilience. Failed experiments, failed hypotheses, and letters of rejection from journals litter our paths towards it. We persevere as we choose to do things not because they are easy, but because they are hard, to paraphrase John F. Kennedy. We like a good challenge, and the fear of failure does not dissuade us. I'd like to share with you an observation from my son during his pursuit of a PhD in math, which is now my 90% rule. I'm rejecting the 80-20 rule. He told me that 90% of the time during his PhD, he was stuck. You try things, 90% of them don't work. You're stuck, you keep trying. Finally, something works. You are elated, you zip ahead, and all too soon, you are stuck again. Just finishing a PhD demonstrates your resilience. I hope you made good use of the pandemic, finding its silver linings. For me, that was more time hiking and birding with my daughter, whose job disappeared, finishing 2 novels and 2,096 pages of Tolstoy, and more opportunities to catch up with my 90-plus-year-old aunt and other family members who all learned how to use Zoom. I found I was better able to focus in the quiet of my home with fewer distractions. Less time spent commuting allowed for a less hectic day. And I was still able to come to the lab to do experiments. On the day I defended my dissertation, forced to be virtual by the pandemic, through the wonders of modern technology, a larger group of family and friends were able to attend than would have been able to, or even fit in a conference room in our BSB building. For other students, the silver linings may have been that with fewer distractions of socializing, there was greater focus on studies, as well as more sleep, which we all know is a mood booster. Others may have used the time to slow down, reflect, and reconsider choices they've made, perhaps redirecting their future path in life. And for all of us to emerge having learned how to deal with the fact that life is unpredictable. Even so, you may have lost loved ones, friends, colleagues, and if you did, I am sorry for your loss. I know from experience, it can take some time to heal. Allow yourself to take that time. All of us, I believe, have learned more about what we cherish from the things we missed out during these many months. And we should take a moment to reflect on those lessons as we emerge now from this COVID winter, and to seize the opportunities to savor them in the future, especially time with family and friends. It's been an opportunity to learn resilience, to become inoculated a bit to the future stresses. You can look back on this time, graduates, and recall that you made it through. You are tough, and you can do it again. It is helpful for you to view this as a learning experience. It's like the adage of Nietzsche, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. I expect he did not mean it to be taken literally, even in a pandemic. And recently, it was proven, according to a headline. Well, not really proven, but a causal relationship was found between professional failure and future success. Researchers at Northwestern University found that failure early in the career of a scientist led to greater success in the long term. So we conclude, graduate school has been a resilience test. Congratulations, you passed. I wish all the BMN graduates the best of luck in their future endeavors, keeping in mind this definition of success from Winston Churchill. Success is the ability to go from failure to failure without losing your enthusiasm. Good luck, and thank you for this opportunity to speak to you today.
Thank you, Kathy, Dr. Brown. That was such a wonderful address to the students. Yes, it's all about resilience, and I hope we can take to heart some of the comments that she made. We all come out of this stronger as we look into our futures. So with that, let me present to you all the graduates with the degree of Masters of Science in Biomedical Engineering. Ritzia Alexander, Victoria Barrera, Angelica San Juan Bermudez, Cherokee Chatterton, Anamika Chaurasia, Margaret DiPronio, Komal Dogra, Diana Garcia, Kelvin Graham, Kathleen Joseph, Elisa Lamberti, Jennifer Lawson, Aparna Madan, Ariel Rodriguez, Ankita Rugi, Andrea Ruiz, Anumita Paneer Selvan, Sandhya Srinivasan, Shrishti Thakur, Shashank Tripathi. Congratulations. I've had most of you in some of the core bioengineering classes. I enjoy teaching all of you, and I hope all of you are busy with your job searches and you get these wonderful jobs. Do stay connected. Congratulations once again to the class of 2021. With that, let's get into our virtual hooding of our doctoral graduates for the class of 2021. And to do the honors, I think it is Dr. Circe who will be virtually hooding Dr. Brown.
Okay, thank you very much. So I really don't need to introduce Catherine. Shalini did an excellent job, and she just gave a fantastic student address. What I do want to add just a little bit to her background, that Kathy at UT Dallas has been an exemplary student with a fantastic PhD dissertation. In addition to winning the first place in the 3-minute thesis competition, Kathy has been a fantastic mentor to all the other graduate students, not only in Dr. Hoyt's lab, my lab, but other labs as well. And we are very thankful to have her continue on with us as an assistant professor position. So Kathy, I look forward to working with you for the years to come, and I'm very glad you're sticking around. I'm not entirely sure how to do the virtual hooding. Next up, also a graduating student from Dr. Hoyt's lab, İpek Özdemir attended Bursa Uludağ University, where she received a BS in mathematics in 2002, obtained her BS and MS degrees in computer science, and she has been winning awards well before she was at UT Dallas, getting the German Academic Exchange Service Best International Student Award, and she's also been in industry for 8 years as a software engineer before coming back here to UT Dallas in the lab of Dr. Hoyt. She joined us after she heard about UT Dallas from one of our esteemed alumni, Dr. Aziz Sankar, who won the Nobel Prize in 2015, who was actually responsible for recruiting İpek to UT Dallas. And her background in medical engineering found her in Dr. Hoyt's lab, where she has done excellent work and also produced an exemplary thesis. And she's been able to work not only at UT Dallas, but with UT Southwestern and colleagues at Thomas Jefferson as well. She has won many awards here, the Johnson Family Fellowship from Eric Johnson School of Engineering, Computer Science, Best Lecturer Teaching Assistant Award from the Department of Engineering. And over the course of her dissertation, she has published 9 first author papers and presented her research at 9 conference events. So İpek, this is fantastic work you've done as a graduate student and also an example for other graduate students. Congratulations, and we wish you the best moving forward.
Hi, everyone. I have the privilege of presenting the 4 students here. So first is Camilo Sanchez. So Camilo's work in his PhD
so his thesis was focused on developing a new strategy for Parkinson's disease. And this is, as everyone is aware, this is a monumentally important disease. And treatment has been very elusive. And what was really interesting about Camilo's work on his PhD was that he took an approach to use a bioengineering strategy. So rather than a pharmacological strategy or something like that, a really new way to get at Parkinson's disease. And I'm really excited to see where his work goes. I've really enjoyed seeing Camilo develop over his years at UTD. And one of the things that's been really impressive is his ability to be flexible and to collaborate with a number of different groups, both here and elsewhere. So we've been able to retain Camilo, and he's going to continue his postdoctoral studies here at UTD, and let's congratulate Camilo. Next is Rebecca Frederick. Rebecca was advised by Dr. Stuart Kogan, and her PhD work was sort of close to my heart. She worked on, her work was focused on an application for stroke, where she worked on neurostimulation, developing new ways to do neurostimulation to the muscles in the lower limb and the leg to improve gait in individuals who suffered loss of gait due to stroke or some other injury. This is really important, and her work was really this beautiful combination of neurobiology and engineering. So a lot of times, with bioengineering, we'll see very specific field, very specific field focus. This was really broad and in a beautiful way. And one of the things that I thought was really impressive about what she did was her ability to do these parametric studies where she varied things over a wide range and looked at the outcomes as a result of that. So, for instance, looking at the neurostimulation parameters over a range. This is really important for translating this, and I'm very excited to see where this work ultimately goes. So congratulations to Dr. Frederick. Next is Anna Reynoso, and so Anna's work, I got to know Anna because she helped to organize a conference with UNAM, which is the college system in Mexico. She organized an international bioengineering conference that I was a part of, so I got to know her a little bit better there. And I was really, it was a really great experience to see her develop over the course of her career. Her dissertation was on neuromodulation of pelvic floor muscles for the treatment of female stress urinary incontinence. And this is a really important aspect of urology that really, it's dramatically understudied, it's dramatically undertreated. And I think Anna's work really goes a long way in providing some foundational evidence in how to treat this. So one of the things that I was really impressed with Anna was her ability to work with a wide range of people, both in the US and internationally. She collaborated with a wide range of labs and was really successful, produced a very beautiful dissertation. So congratulations to Dr. Reynoso. And finally, I'll present for Jesse Bucksaw. Jesse was my student, so I was the advisor for Jesse, and he may not realize this, but he took a bit of a chance joining my lab because I was a fairly new faculty member when he joined. I hadn't graduated any students at this point, any PhD students at this point, but he bet on himself. And I would argue that this really paid off. So Jesse has been incredibly productive in his time here. He published 6 papers, and he has a 7th submitted. And what's been really impressive about Jesse's work is that he's done some really foundational things. So he worked to inform the development of electrodes for neurostimulation. And this is a field that's really exploded lately, and it's turned out to be really important. And he did some work that is going to set the path, develop some tools that are going to really help other labs to push this work forward. So he was willing to try a variety of different things. He did anything from mathematical modeling to neurostimulation and preclinical models to even spinal cord injury through a collaboration that we did with a group at UBC. So Jesse is now working on some entrepreneurial endeavors, and he is searching for jobs in the industrial jobs in the bioengineering sector. So congratulations, Dr. Bucksaw.
Thank you, Dr. Searcy and Dr. Hayes, for commending our doctoral graduates and acknowledging all the hard work that they have put to get to becoming doctors themselves. And with that, let me welcome you, Dr. Porus Balsara, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. He's a professor in electrical and computer engineering, and he has done a lot of the back-end work to help all our graduates graduate through our various graduate programs here at UT Dallas Bioengineering. Dr. Balsara, the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, Shalini, and good morning, everyone. As we come to the conclusion of this momentous occasion, let me extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you one more time. And as Dr. Kathy Brown just said, you all should be called not the class of 2021, but the class of resilience. So please give a pat on your back for going through this unusual times for the last year and a half or so. We are really proud of you for whatever you have gone through in this time period. So thank you very much for making us a part of this journey in your lives. I hope that UT Dallas will always have a place in each of your hearts and that we will stay connected. We look forward to rejoicing with you all on your future successes. So let me end by sharing few words from a song by Rascal Flatts. Don't worry, I'm not going to sing it here. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small, and that you never need to carry more than you can hold. And finally, as the iconic Mr. Spock would say, go forth and prosper. Thank you very much. And Shalini, it's all yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Balsara. It is my pleasure to conclude this wonderful virtual commencement event for our resilient class of 2021. Congratulations to all of you bioengineering comets. You are now a part of a large and growing community of bioengineers from the University of Texas at Dallas. You hold a very special place in our hearts. You are the graduates in our milestone year. You are the students who had to face severe adversity in the form of this pandemic, but you came through with the support of your family and friends and with all of us here in bioengineering. I think the future is pretty much not just bright, but brilliant as you go forth and prosper. So we are here to wish you all the very best in all your future endeavors. And we are here to celebrate every success of yours as you go along in this journey of life. So with that, I want to say, soar as high as every comet and whoosh. Thank you everyone for joining in celebrating our graduates, and we hope to see you all in person in August. Thank you.